Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. Well, starting fives for our game. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First, for the Cavaliers, Irving and Waiters, the guards. And inside, a towering 7-footer, maybe the most imposing big man in the game. All-star center, Andrew Bynum. Then it's Alonzo G, and it's Thompson in at the 4. And for Orlando, Nelson and Aflalo combined guard. And they've got Vucevic, the sweet-shooting 7-footer out of USC, in at the center. Then there's Tobias Harris, and it's Davis at the 4.
Well, one of the struggles for a young team is figuring out how to win on the road. And winning on the road is not just execution, it's preparation and mindset. And young teams struggle to put that together, and the Cavs were certainly a team that struggled with that.
And it's the Cavaliers to start out. Outside Irving. Passes it to Bynum. Hits the jump hook. For the Cavaliers, being young was a big problem, and not having much luck with injuries was another. But, Steve, it can be tough to score points when you're on the road, and they struggle with that in a big way.
Well, they would end up in the bottom 5 in scoring last year while on the road, and that did them no favors. So the defense, I mean, that was another issue. They couldn't stop anybody. So you combine bad offense, bad defense, going on the road, you're in some trouble.
So it's the Cavaliers now. Outside Irving. Bynum, defended by Vucevic. In close. And again, it's Andrew Bynum. Bynum's got his second basket of the game.
Looked like the defense kind of backed off him, and he took advantage.
As he's grown as a player, Andrew Bynum has become more forthcoming with his opinions, which I don't mind. One thing he said last season was that he felt his development was stifled a little bit by playing with Kobe Bryant. And you know what? He might be right.
Orlando on D. 4-point game. Now here's Waiters. He's guarded by Aflalo. Irving for 3. Aflalo pulls it in. And going back to Andrew Bynum, certainly he's shown the capability to be a go-to scorer on the low block.
Well, he's an old-school center. I mean, he can throw the ball in the block. He's got great footwork. He can score with either hand. He's an impossible coverage. He's physically right. Now, that's the question. Will he be healthy? If so, then they've got a guy who can demand double teams down there.
Here's Bynum after the made shot for Vucevic. They move. And again, it's Andrew Bynum. Bynum's got 6.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And that's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Here's Nelson. He dishes it to Davis. And here's Aflalo for 3. Gets it to go. Aflalo's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Now, they're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
Nelson against Irving. Irving double team. Bynum kicks to Waiters. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On its way from Irving for 2. Again, Irving missing.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Outside Harris. And Irving comes to help. Harris kicks to Nelson. Aflalo outside. Nelson jacks up a 3. Here's Vucevic. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And what you love about him is just the way he hits the offensive glass. I mean, he knows that those are the easiest points for him. When he can find a loose ball, get an offensive board, and put it back into the basket.
And he is also a tireless worker under the glass, Steve. More than a few guys have been on the receiving end of one of his elbows when the rebound is up for grabs. He uses his body very well. Well, with only 20 wins, the Magic had the worst record in the league and a good chance to get the #1 overall pick in the draft. Didn't work out that way. They got the #2 pick, which isn't a bad second place.
Now here's Bynum. He's got 6, and that one's good by G.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Magic have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. He feeds it to Harris. Back to Nelson. A follow. Nelson outside. Nelson with another miss. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's G. Outside Irving. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Well, Clark, as you said, for the Magic, they did miss out on that #1 spot, but in a draft where several players could have been considered, Steve, the top pick, they picked a good time to have their draft luck change.
Well, remember, this is a franchise that within their first 5 seasons had back-to-back #1 overall picks. One of those was Shaq, by the way, so they've had their luck. But I really like Oladipo. I think he's going to be a star in this league. I think Orlando has a building block for the future.
It looked to me as though the Cavs seemed to take a step backwards last year in their development. It wasn't that they lost any players. They just failed to take the next step in terms of competing in the Eastern Conference.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Bynum. Bennett comes in for Tristan Thompson. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Alonzo G. And Jarrett Jack is subbed in for Dion Waiters. And so Irving nails both of them. Cavs did have a hard time against other Eastern teams, had a hard time against any team really, but in games against the East, Steve, they went 18-34. That's not going to cut it.
The only division that the Cavs really held their own against was the Southeast, which was obviously pretty weak. So this was a Cleveland team that knew it was going to struggle. They did struggle, but again, hope for the future with a lot of young talent. And remember, they got the #1 pick, Anthony Bennett.
Jack for 3. And another miss by Cleveland. The Magic trail by 3. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, thank you. Mike Brown and I got a chance to talk for a bit. I asked him where he thought they have an advantage in this game, and he said our shot clock is one thing that really sets us apart. Now, we have to be solid all around, but that does help us quite a bit when it comes to sending away penetration and shot attempts inside. Kevin, never something you want to rely on, but always a great backup to have.
Doris, thank you. It'll be interesting to see how that defensive mindset serves them here in the first half.
Yeah, it will be, Kevin, because if they come out with the right frame of mind and they don't have much success early, the game plan is going to have to change in a big hurry.
And even so, Steve, I think the defensive approach Doris talked about is exactly the one they should employ.
And here is Harkless, following the 3 from Jarrett Jack. Three-pointer, Nelson. Jack with the rebound.
It just has not been a viable option for them this quarter.
Bennett kicks to Jack. Here's Varejao, rejected by Oladipo. And here's Nelson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. For Orlando, they have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
Well, they were 75% free throw shooting a season ago.
Come on, you can hit this.
And the first one at the line is good. So he gets them both.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Irving attacking. And foul call as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Jason Maxia. For Cleveland, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. The first free throw is good. And he can't hit the second.
Well, even though he couldn't get them all to fall, he did at least make it a 2-possession game.
And that does it for the first quarter. Cleveland ahead, up by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And now the second quarter just getting set to start.
When the Magic made the big trade they did to send an unhappy Dwight Howard away, everybody thought they'd be the doormat of the league, and that wasn't quite the case. They were able to sneak up on some teams early and had enough talent to battle others late.
The Magic trail by 5. Nelson kicks to Nicholson. Now the dish to Harkless. Pass to Nelson. Feeds to Oladipo. That's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. And as good as their season appeared early on, the Magic did eventually cool off and teams were able to overpower them. Steve, early on, they definitely caught teams off guard, I thought, and were playing well above themselves.
I agree. Yeah, they executed really well. They would run a follow and Redick off those screens. And Vucevic was a surprise, a really good young player down low. But they've got to continue to build this roster in order to compete at the highest level.
And here is Irving. Following the 3 from Jameer Nelson. Here's Bennett. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Anthony Bennett, 6'8", 240 out of UNLV. Incredibly explosive and athletic. A multifaceted scorer. Shot 38% from long range with the Runnin' Rebels in his 1 season in college, but also an excellent finisher in the paint.
And the first one drops. And for Bennett Clark, he's a guy who teams could slot in at either the small forward or I guess even the power forward position.
Well, you consider the wingspan. 7'1", allows him to play bigger than his height would suggest. And I've always said it's not how tall you are, it's how big do you play.
Right.
And his skill set allows him to play on the perimeter, too.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
You know, there was a lot of talk about the Magic not getting equal value when they traded Dwight Howard to the Lakers before last season, but you take a look at how both teams started, the Lakers and the Magic, and for a time there, the Magic had a better record early in the season than the Lakers. So I think it worked out okay for the Magic.
Now, here's Oladipo. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. That one goes. Irving with it. Well, Clark, like you said, hard to believe, but it's true. The Magic did have a better record than the Lakers for the early part of the season, but that was mostly due to a surprise down year from the Lakers, Steve, and a hot start for Orlando.
And remember, the Magic did get that big win at Staples against Orlando. That was kind of revenge for the D. Howard trade. But as time wore on, you know, the Magic's lack of talent showed, and they really struggled the rest of the season.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Andrew Bynum's checked in for Bergeron. Tristan Thompson comes in for Bennett. Alonzo G is checked in for C.J. Miles. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
You know, it's really hard to say that Lady Luck hasn't been smiling on the Cavs in the past few years. LeBron was lost a few years back, but ever since then, they've had tremendous luck in the NBA draft lottery and had the first overall pick in 2 of the last 3 years.
The shot's good from Bynum.
Guys, good job working it down low and getting the high percentage look there. That's good basketball.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Andrew Bynum missed all of last season with knee trouble. And in a summer where he hoped to be signing a long-term max deal, he had to settle for a 2-year, partially guaranteed deal with the Cavs. The Cavaliers gambling that he can recover his health, and guys, if he does, the Cavs could pose a very intriguing option for LeBron James, assuming he opts out of the contract at the conclusion of this season.
Well, they say when you win, all that other stuff comes anyway. So, we'll find out. Thanks, Doris. Going back to what you said about the Cavs, great luck for them indeed with 2 number 1s in 3 years. That's definitely how you turn a franchise around.
Well, you got to make sure you hit on those draft picks. And as of right now, I would say only Kyrie Irving is a sure thing. Dion Waiters, the jury's still out. Tristan Thompson looks like a nice player. He's getting better. And we'll find out with Anthony Bennett.
Jack's shot is good. Kyrie Irving is checked in for Jarrett Jack. So it's Orlando now. Kicks it to Nelson. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And G finishing it off.
You look at Irving and how much success he's had early in his NBA career. I think the only thing standing between him and true stardom right now is health. He's just had a lot of nagging injuries. He would love to put together an injury-free season.
Here's Nelson after the made shot from G. Out to Nelson. Rocket 6. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for Glenn Davis. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And for Kyrie Irving, his first All-Star appearance last season, and just Clark his second year.
Well, you look at his age and what he's doing, really a skilled scorer and playmaker already with size and athleticism. I like his savvy too, Kevin. He's very slick in how he gets around the basketball court.
Wow, that was unbelievable.
Look at that.
How about that?
Look at that. And now it's a 3-point Cavalier lead.
You know, Kevin, he never gives up on the play. That's what I love about him. He's just one of those guys who will bring effort and energy the entire 48 minutes.
And we can't forget to mention his rebounding now. When you watch him, just keep an eye on the way he battles in the paint when a shot goes up. Well, Mike Brown hired back to the Cleveland Cavaliers. I got a chance to know him a little bit when he was an assistant with the Pacers early in his coaching career and was let go by the Cavs back in 2010. Family laid down roots in Cleveland, and I think he's glad to be back.
Goes up the baseline, and Tristan Thompson on the bucket with the assist by G.
Man, their offense is really cranked up in the second quarter.
Yeah, they've got it going now. Above 60% shooting for the night, and it's going to be tough to beat them when they shoot it like that.
Pass to Nelson. They need this one. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And for Mike Brown, his firing, kind of a desperation move by the Cavs to try to keep LeBron James. Steve, how'd you analyze that?
Well, I'm not sure that LeBron actually wanted him gone, but, you know, he's a great defensive strategist, a guy who excels in player development. And give credit to him, he didn't burn any bridges when he left. He maintained strong relationships there in Cleveland, and it's great to see Mike Brown back there with the Cavaliers.
Really was a very strong season, guys, for Jameer Nelson as he bounced back in a big way. You know, he got his scoring up and was acting as a playmaker at a much higher level than what we were accustomed to seeing from him.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Glenn Davis is checked in for Vucevic, and it's Oladipo in for Aaron Aflalo. Clark, you just mentioned the uptick in assists for Jameer Nelson. He's the Magic's franchise record holder in assists with over 3,000.
You know, I would have guessed that Scott Skiles had more than that.
Me too.
Skiles had so many back in the day, but it just shows you the consistency and the production that Nelson has given that team over almost a decade now.
7 seconds left now here in the second. And Waiters kicks the bite. Outside Irving. Now the pass to Waiters. And there's the feed to G. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had early.
Oladipo, the pass to Nelson. Dishes to Davis. He kicks it to Harris. The Magic again can't hit. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Outside Irving. Pass to G. He dishes it to Waiters. He passes to G. 1 second left. That's good on the jump shot. And the Cavaliers lead by 5. And the first half ends in a close one. Cavaliers lead by 5. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint.
It's been a great game out in Orlando. Thanks for joining us. A good one in progress for the Cavaliers. They're scoring effortlessly. The defense has been completely overmatched. They felt the impact from Andrew Bynum. The bucket looks about 5 feet wide for him. He hasn't missed one shot. Can you believe it? And midway through, the Magic still alive. Their outside scoring is letting them down so far. And without that threat from outside, their offense is bogging down, unable to spread the floor. Jameer Nelson's off to a rough start. Just can't get things to fall in the early parts of the game. He's shooting under 20%. Now let's head back out to the start of the second half. Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, take it away.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
You know, for a long time, the Magic were one of the tougher teams in the Eastern Conference, made the playoffs routinely, and even represented the East in the finals one year. That all came to a screeching halt last season, the first in the post-Dwight era.
He feeds it to a Flalo. The dish to Harris. 6 to shoot. From past the arc. And that one's good. Harris has got the first bucket of the third here for Orlando. And for the Magic, they were in the bottom of the Eastern ladder, and everyone was stepping on their rung. Steve, terrible record against the other teams in the conference.
Yeah, just 10 wins against the rest of the East. And, you know, that's not even the strong conference in the NBA. So that kind of told you what kind of season it was for Orlando. But there is hope. Some good young talent. Oladipo this year. I like some of the guys who developed last year. This is going to be an interesting team down the road.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. There was a lot of speculation on what the Cavs would do leading up to last summer's draft. No clear-cut number 1, and they had a handful of guys to select from and even tried to shop the pick. Ultimately, they shocked everyone and took Anthony Bennett first overall. They're hopeful it works out as well as their last few number 1 picks, guys.
Yeah, great young player and certainly a stand-up individual. Thanks, Doris. Orlando trailing here.
You know, you watch Irving over the course of his first 2 seasons, guys, and he's so in control of himself late in games and really positions himself to assert his will and impact the outcome. That's why he's so good in the clutch.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Nelson dishes to Vucevic. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. Vucevic has got 7.
Some big points there. I mean, they got on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch. More of the same. Get it inside.
Irving against Nelson. Irving gets the bottom. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
That whistle got a big response from this crowd, and It is not a favorable one, let's say.
I tell you what, the fans can't believe that they made that call.
On the wing of Flalo. Fader on the way. Can't get it to go. And Cleveland the other way now. And you talk about the late game clutch play for Kyrie Irving. His rookie season statistically, he was the best in the league at scoring in the clutch.
That's an amazing stat, Kevin. I mean, that says it all. He's a tremendous shooter. Got size and ball handling skills to get him anywhere on the court. And I think in the next few years, Kyrie Irving will be considered the best point guard in the NBA.
And you can see he's a cornerstone of a rising Cleveland team.
He sure is.
And it's good. Walk through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Orlando.
Well, Big Baby has that football build, 6'9", close to 300 pounds, but he's surprisingly light on his feet for such a big guy, and he's got a nice touch on that jump shot as well.
Yeah, nice touch and good mobility, and a lot like those tree trunk guys when he sets his screen. Good luck in getting through that. Wow. Nelson with the steal. Fast break. Here we go. For the lead. The putback. Slams it home for the putback.
Tell you what, coaches love to see that kind of hustle, guys. I mean, getting after it on the offensive board, that's always a winning play.
Absolutely.
Now, coaches love to see the hustle, but the fans love to see the dunk.
Bynum the pass to Waiters. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Irving kicks to Bynum. Shot clock at 5. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Trying to make it a three-point play.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Tobias Harris is checked in for Orlando. Oladipo comes in for Aaron Aflalo. For Cleveland, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
Yeah, basically a middle-of-the-road type free throw shooting team, about 76% a year ago.
Building through the draft as the Cavs are means you're trying to collect as much young talent as you can, and evidence of that is the fact that the Cavs had 4 representatives in the Rising Stars Challenge last year.
Bynum sets a screen for Waiters. On the wing, Irving. And he's good on the 3-ball. Irving's got 6 points.
Bynum doing a nice job on that screen.
And the players, Clark, you mentioned represented in last season's contest. Irving, Thompson, Zeller, Waiters. Definitely something to be happy about when you're seeing that many of your players get a chance to do something like the Rising Stars game, Steve.
Well, you have young players this year, and Kasparov, Anthony Bennett. This is a team that's loaded with young talent. It's all about just putting it together. And I think it's going to be fun to watch this team blossom over the next couple of seasons.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Verishaw's checked in. .156 left here in the third quarter. Irving attacking. It's off his leg. And it's being called a kickball. And the Magic making a change here. Aflalo's checked in. Waiters with the ball. Now guarded by Oladipo. 6 on the shot clock. A floater. And the shot is good. 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, that was impressive, Clark. He did not hesitate to take the ball right up against the bigger defender.
Boy, I like that aggressive mindset there, Steve.
Davis dishes to Oladipo. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Oladipo's got 5.
Beautiful finger roll to cap head drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
Waiters off a pitch from Verishal. And Waiters kicks to Irving. He got right to the cup using that screen. Irving's got 7 points here in this quarter.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession. For the Cavaliers, and it's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And it's C.J. Miles in for Alonzo G. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Feeds it to Bennett. Pass to Waiters. Kicks to Bennett. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Waiters. From deep three-point range, Orlando grabs the miss. They'll follow the pass to Nelson. Always going for the alley-oop here. Jason Maxiell with the slam.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game. A potential momentum builder.
And Bennett throws it down.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
For 3, Nelson, and that one's good. Nelson's got 5 points in the quarter.
This has really become an intense ball game ever since halftime.
Boy, the effort from both teams here, Steve, is terrific.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Cavaliers ahead. They're up by 2. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. Got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They've been the aggressors, and they've been tougher in the paint all game.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
G kicks to Miles. And that's collected by Maxiell. Maxiell's got 3 rebounds now in this one. The pass to Oladipo. Now the feed to Nicholson. That ties the game. Nicholson's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Magic.
Unstoppable offense from both teams. I love the pace this game has been played at.
So does everybody else in the building. This has been a fun.
And Jack, here we go. G dishes to Bergeron. He kicks it to G. But 3. That is off. And Orlando the other way now. Maxiell with a screen on Bergeron. Nelson with it. Now Jack defending. Now here is Nelson. Dishes it to Afflalo. And that misses. That would have put him up. Now Cleveland shooting indicative of smooth offensive play. Up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. Miles the pass to Jack. Fades. Here's Bergeron, and he uses the glass on the left. And the Cavaliers lead by 2.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
You know, Bergeron has always been an amazing rebounder. I thought last season, the start of the year was probably his best. I mean, you knew he was on track for a big year when he dropped 23 rebounds in the season opener.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, over that break, I listened in on what head coach for the Magic was getting across in the huddle. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some fight here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
For Bergeron before the injury last season, Clark historic rebounding numbers.
How about this, Kevin? 10 consecutive games with over 15 rebounds, and 5 of those being offensive rebounds. That's only been done once before in the history of the league, and it was by the Hall of Famer, Moses Malone.
The Magic trail by 4. Nelson outside. Harris outside. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. Nelson's got 3 assists in the game.
They're doing their best to erase the deficit here with some smart passes and some good shooting. I mean, those two things go hand in hand. If you're going to make shots, then the passes have to be on target and on time.
Irving kicks to Waiters. Lock at 6. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. He's checked in for Oladipo. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Passes it to Harris. Fires it up. Off the left rim and out.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert it. He's got to take that every time.
Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And Waiters kicks to Irving. He dishes it to Waiters. 6 to shoot. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And Thompson throws it down. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Nelson dishes to Vucevic. He feeds it to Harris. Bynum with the steal. Throws up. It's down. The breakaway slam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Vucevic, he's guarded by Bynum. Vucevic to the pass to a flower. 5 to shoot. The dish now to Nelson. It's rebounded by G.
Boy, that was way behind the line. Now, he can make that at times.
He certainly is one of the guys that can actually do it.
Nelson against Irving. Feeds it to Waiters. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good. It's an 8-point game. There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter. Nelson kicks to a follow. Stolen by Waiters. For the finish, the big dunk at the end of the break.
Boy, their defense making an impact here late, Kevin.
And straight off the steal, Clark, a perfectly run fast break into the slam dunk.
That could be a huge 4-point swing in this game.
A follow outside. Back to Nelson. A follow outside. He passes to Nelson. 6 on the shot clock. The throw. That's good for Harris. And the assist by Nelson. Timeout call the Cavaliers. They lead by 7. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Irving against Nelson. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Irving kicks to Waiters. Shot clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. They get it again. Here's Bynum, and that one's good. And the Cavaliers lead by 9.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
Nelson kicks to Vucevic. Pass to Davis. Thompson with the rebound. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 14-5 run. Nelson against Irving.